Hello, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a chatty get ready with me style. I wanted to do a video on a quick glam routine, and I got the inspiration for this because I was going out a couple days ago, didn't really have time to get ready, but where we were going, it was more of a nicer dinner. My husband and I, we got a date night, so that was nice, but I only had about an hour to get ready start to finish. So I wanted to kind of share what I did, and it took less than 20 minutes for me to get my full face of makeup on. It might take a little bit more because I am going to be explaining everything, but makeup wise it did take me about around 20 minutes, 15-20 minutes, something like that. So I wanted to just go ahead and share kind of what I did with you today. So I already did my skincare routine. I did my full routine today. However, if you are in a pinch, you do still need a good base, but I don't think you have to do all the steps in like a full skincare routine. I would just stick with moisturizer and lip prep because those are the two things that I feel like are really going to help the makeup and help the skin thrive. But other than that, I'm just gonna start in with my makeup application. I'm gonna be using the Benfit Percicely My Brow. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing here, but and I do say go with your high-end luxury products. Pull out all of the stops when it comes to luxury makeup, especially when you're wanting to get ready quickly. I feel like just the ease of them, the ease of using products, they are luxury for a reason, but the ease of using products that you know are going to be good if you're going to pay a high-end price tag, I personally expect them to be phenomenal, and I just feel like the ease of the quality is going to help. And plus, you're going out, it's a special occasion. You know, how often do you actually get to go out and go full glam? I understand that each budget is different, so with as many products as I can, I'll try to share an affordable alternative that is also really good. But again, just making sure that your product, for the most part, I would say that you can get a full glam good look with affordable products, but when you are in a pinch, I really do feel like the ease and formula of high-end and luxury makeup does matter. Brows, maybe not so much because they're pretty easy to just draw on and get out the door with. I would definitely say use a brow pencil, not a pomade, or even like a brow gel if you just want to dip in and go. I don't feel like brows are the most important part. You can get pretty affordable with drugstore now. That e.l.f. has a good one. I've heard NYX has good brow pencils and not pomades, but brow gels that you can just stick on and go. But again, I like the ease of being able to just fill in, take my spoolie, brush through, blend it, and then just be done. But I am also going to go in with a brow gel. You can use a clear brow gel, you can use a tinted brow gel. For this stuff, I'm just going to go in with the Benfit Gimme Brow, but I mean, if you want to go clear, by all means, I think that would be just fine. Just help stick the brows in place. I hardly have any brows, so I really don't have an issue with brow hairs flying everywhere, but do what works best for you. Next would be primer. Now, primer is one of those things that really depends on your skin type. I have normal to dry skin. I personally like the Benfit Porefessional Pore Filling Primer. I think a pore filling primer is nice. I know that Yinza makes one that's similar to this, but that's a little bit more glowy and has a bit more of a hydrating look to it. However, if you have matte skin, I think they also have one of these specifically for not matte skin, but oily skin, specifically for oily skin. But I do like pore filling, but again, you're gonna have to go with something that suits your skin type. If you're more oily, I would just go to like Ulta or Sephora or maybe you have a friend or somebody who kind of understands skin types and primers, so maybe they've got some suggestions. But in all reality, and I know we're talking quick glam here, if you just have a good moisturized base, you could probably skip this step depending on how much of a pinch you're in. I just like this because I like the effect of a pore filling primer, especially on a glam look. My skin looks a little bit red right now, but I think that's just from all the skincare product. I've just been putting a lot on my skin at once, but I'm not too worried about it. It'll all go away by the end of the makeup application. Next, I'm gonna go into eyes. Now, this is a step where you could totally use concealer on if you want to. I'm an eyeshadow primer girl. I feel like the makeup lasts longer, so I'm gonna go in with the YC Collection eye primer. Urban Decay has a good one, and you can always use a concealer if that's what works best for you. I'm just gonna place this. I should probably zoom you in for this step. Let me get this on. I'll go ahead and zoom you in. Alright, all zoomed in. Eyeshadow primer is on. I'm gonna set it. Sometimes some people say you need to set it, some people say you don't. I personally love to set it. I'm just gonna use my Ciate London Bamboo, or it's their Everyday Vacay powder. I just like it because it just gives me a quick application to set. You can always use an eyeshadow if you want, but I don't think either way, whatever fits best for you, whatever's in your collection. Again, it's all about using what you already have, but pull out all the stops, all the high-end stops, if you have them available to you. Now, the eyes. I feel like the eyes are one of the most important parts of a quick, full glam makeup. You want to use an eyeshadow formula that you know and that you trust. Again, pull out your luxury makeup if you have it. And make sure that the colors you're choosing are neutrals. You can never go wrong with neutrals. They're quick, they're easy. You put them on, they go with everything. Even if you've got a little, you know, if you mess up on like the undertones a little bit, they're completely forgiving and they look phenomenal. I personally like Natasha Denona, and I'm actually going to go in with her Glam palette today. Because I like the way the shimmers go on. Pat McGrath is also a good one. Pull out your favorite eyeshadow palette that you have, but make sure it's neutral. If you are on a budget but you do want the feel of like a luxury eyeshadow, I always say go Colourpop. Anastasia also has another really good one. But what I'm going to go ahead and do, I'm going to flip this over backwards, but I'm going to focus on this quad right here, and I'm going to go ahead and start in with this shade right here. It says the outer eyelid shade, and I'm gonna buff that into my crease. You can also go an eyeshadow stick route all over the lid with the crease shade. That would be fine. I really love the Bobbi Brown formula, and I really do feel like you can go more drugstore alternatives and be just fine with that. Now for the outer corner, I'm gonna go in, and I'm actually going to go in with the shade Smoke on a slightly smaller brush. I'm just going to stick this on the outer corner. I thought about going in with this shade, but this shade right here, it's a little bit more neutral, a little bit more muted, and it'll just give a softer effect instead of a smoky effect. The blend's not going to be as harsh. I feel like with darker, especially more grays and blacks, and at least on me, I feel like I have to go more of would just do a little bit more blending, a little bit more precision. I'm not going for precision today. I'm going for fast, easy, but still full glam. One of the reasons why I really like Natasha Denona's formula is for the shimmers, because you get a multi-dimensional shimmer with only 1 or 2 shades. So I'm actually going to start in with 2, but you feel free to go in with 1. I'm going to start in with the center eyelid shade, and you can always go in with a brush. I'm going to start right here. Again, more so for the ease of blending, and then I'm just going to blend this kind of all the way through the lid, leaving the outer corner bare for now. And I love how that brown just glides right in with the smoke shade we just used, so there's no harsh lines between the 2 shades. And then after that, for me, I really like to brighten up the inner corner. You could go with this, but I really do, for at least, especially because I have smaller eyes that are a little bit closer together, I love a good bright inner corner. So I'm just gonna flip that brush around, go in with this inner corner shade right here, pick it up on my brush, and pop that right in, and just glide that just kind of over that eyelid, and look at that effect right there. It's gorgeous. Just, you can totally go in with your finger if you want to as well. For me, I don't feel like I need to with this formula. And you've got 4 shades, you've got a full eye look. Again, this takes me a matter of minutes to do. Most of it has to do with the quality itself. If I were to go in with a more drugstore quality eyeshadow, with exceptions of course, say I were to go into an e.l.f. formula to get this eye look, I'd probably have to do a lot more blending, a lot more dipping back into the shades. I'd have to use my fingers to get the shimmers where I want them to. And this, it literally just took like 1 or 2 dips with the brush, depending on the intensity, and you can go back and forth as much as you want to get more intensity. You can spray it if you have time, if you want to. For me, I'm just gonna wear it dry. And if you want to, you can do the lower lash line first. I'm not gonna go back and do my face because that's just, I like to prevent fallout, and it just kind of cleans itself up a little bit with whatever mess I made with the eyeshadows. I don't feel like it takes any extra time at all. Now, face. You could color correct if you want to. I'm going to just because I feel like the ease of the blend, of getting the coverage I want without having to work too hard on the concealer, I'm going to use the Dragun Beauty one. But I really do, I have the Smashbox X Becca one, and I really do like it. I have to use the brush here because I'm almost out. But I'm just going to add just a little bit. And then just on my nose, any red patches I may have. And again, it's an extra step. I don't feel like it's 100% necessary. However, I feel like it's just gonna help with the coverage, the ease of the concealer and the foundation, and just get rid of any extra redness, especially for a full glam look. Again, do what you want. If you don't have that problem, don't worry about it. For me, I worry about dark under eye circles. I've got some redness going on, but you can easily skip this step, especially if you're in a pinch. Then I'm actually going to go ahead and spray my face with a facial spray. I've got the Manna Kadar. It's a hydration spray. You can use your setting spray for this, but I just like this to help blend the foundation in. And it feels good on the skin. For foundation, another luxury foundation, I'm going to use my Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I really do like this stuff. It is really good. But again, pull out your favorite foundation. If you don't have a luxury foundation, I like the Colourpop ones. I also like the L'Oreal True Match. It's the Lumi foundation. I picked that one up earlier, or I picked that one up actually last year. And it's probably my favorite drugstore foundation. Another one of my favorites is the Dior Backstage, as well as the Urban Decay Stay Naked foundation. But I feel like any one of those will give you the same effect as this one. I actually feel like I like the ones that I mentioned a little bit more than this. This one just happens to be out for me right now, but I do love this. And again, make sure that whatever foundation you're using is a perfect match. You don't want to try to color correct or try to have to use your concealer and your bronzer to fix mistakes. I mean, though you can if you need to. Make sure whatever foundation you're using is a near perfect match to your skin tone, because that's just going to be your biggest ease of use. But again, if you have it in your collection, this is the time to pull out your luxury products. For concealer, I'm going to use my Lancome Tante Idole All Over Concealer. I just picked this one up in the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale. I actually got it off of Sephora's website because Ulta's app was not working correctly, so Sephora price matches it. But I just picked this one up. I think this was like the first or the second day of the sale, and I absolutely love it. I picked up a shade match that could be a foundation shade for me, but after blending it out, I think it works perfectly. I'm not going to highlight, I'm not going to put this anywhere that's not necessary, just pretty much where I put the color corrector, because again, I'm focused on just kind of the coverage instead of the full glam brightening effect. I want to give the effect of full glam without having to do all the steps of full glam. So again, and I just I placed the concealer where I wanted to shape the eyeshadow. Again, another reason why I love doing eyeshadow first, just to kind of do that. And again, taking my beauty blender. If you need to dampen it again, feel free. I don't feel the need to. But I love the shape that just kind of gave to my eye. And just shaping that out, and just make sure the blend is good. And I actually don't feel like you have to set this concealer. Again, if you have more oily skin, you might want to. I personally prefer the finish without setting my skin, and it's just quicker. It's one less step that I have to think about, one less step that I have to worry about. Going back into the eyes, back with the Natasha Denona Glam palette, I'm just going to take that smoke shade here and place it on the lower lash line, just smudging it. I just took the smallest brush I could find at the moment, and I'm just smudging that down. And then I'm going to go ahead, smoke it out a little bit with the blend shade, just to make sure the blend is a little bit more flawless, going all the way over. And after that, I'll just take the same brush here, again, just ease of use, and take the center eyelid shade and just use that as my inner corner highlight. And for mascara, I'm gonna go in with my Essence Lash Princess one. I feel like you can't go wrong with this one. I think it's so loved. I feel like it's one of those mascaras that is so loved by so many people, and for a good reason. Mine's almost out, so mine may take a little bit more effort. I do need to repurchase this one. I do want to repurchase this one, and it's so affordable. But use your favorite mascara. You can go high-end, you can go drugstore, but honestly, this feels like it's a high-end mascara, so why not? By the way, I definitely would suggest skipping falsies. Again, we're trying to get out the door and still look glamorous and put together. Falsies is absolutely not necessary, especially if you've never done it before. But even if you have, I would just say, unless you like have no eyelashes, definitely skip this step. But there's the mascara on. Let's go ahead and go back into the face. So again, pulling out my favorites for blush, bronzer, and highlighter. And I'm gonna go all powder products. I like the finish of a cream product better. However, we're trying to get out the door, and in my opinion, powder products are just quicker. So I'm gonna go in with a favorite of mine. It's the Ciate London Bamboo Bronzer. Again, just popping that all over the face. I'm not doing any sort of contouring. I'm just trying to add in color back into the face. And I feel like the Armani foundation is light coverage enough to where I don't have to do a lot of extra contouring, so I would definitely say go lighter to medium coverage, but still something that makes you feel glamorous, and just going on until I get the color I want. And I'm not being precise at all. I'm just throwing this on, adding color back into my face. And for blush, we're going in with the classic. It is the Charlotte Tilbury Swish and Pop Blusher. I've got the shade Cheek to Chic, and again, just taking it, swirling it around, popping it on the cheeks. Now blush, I definitely say go for a neutral tone. I prefer like more neutral pink tones, just because I like pink tones on me. I like more neutral tones, but super quick and doesn't take long at all to pop it on the cheeks, add a little bit of color, but you're not going crazy with it. Highlighter, going in with another affordable option, the Colourpop Flexitarian highlighter. Definitely a classic. I'm taking this brush here just to add a little bit more highlight. Use a fan brush if you don't want as bold of a highlight, but I think because we're using powder products, I want the highlight to add just an effect of dewiness and glossiness to the face. And definitely go with a champagne color. Again, use what you have. If you've got a luxury favorite, use it, pull it out. But use what you have, and that took me all of 2 seconds to do. So lips, I'm not doing anything fancy with lips. I'm going to wipe off the lip prep that I have, and I'm just going to go in with the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip Oil in the shade Rose. I'd say stay away from liquid lipsticks. Pull out a favorite nude if you have it. Let it be a formula that's like a satin formula, a glossy formula, and anything but super matte and super low maintenance. I am skipping the lip liner. For me, this is all about trying to put something on the lips, but not having to do a whole lot of maintenance. I'm literally just looking for just the slightest bit of color. So again, Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip Oil or lip gloss in the shade Rose. Something that adds just the slightest bit of color that's more neutral leaning, but still full glam. And now setting spray, Urban Decay All Nighter is a favorite. I really do like the NYX one. It's their more dewy one for an affordable alternative. But today I'm going to use the Benfit Porefessional Super Setter. This is comparable to the Urban Decay. I'm almost out of this one, and this is definitely one on my repurchase list. And don't be afraid to drench your face. Depending on how long of a day you have, you do want it to be long lasting, and I love it. And then just to help melt everything together, just take a beauty blender. I just take a clean one and just dab it all over the face. And that is my full glam makeup look. I'll go ahead and get this hair done. By the way, hair, I would say work with what you have, put it in a glamorous claw clip or something, let it air dry with maybe some product in it. The other day I just added some stuff to, some like texture sprays, some beach wave stuff just to add a little bit of glam to my hair, but I did let my hair air dry. However, if your hair has been styled in the last day or two, adding some dry shampoo, some texture spray, and throw it up in a cute little clip, you'll be good to go. But I'll go ahead and just do an outfit and a hair, and I'll be back in a little while. My hair is done. I just straightened it using my Dyson. I mostly did this because I want to get multiple good hair days out of my hair. And then the outfit I'm wearing is by no means a dressy outfit. I honestly just wanted to put the look together. But I'm just wearing a basic t-shirt and jeans, and at the time I am filming this, I am exactly 35 weeks pregnant, so baby is due in a little over a month at this point. Anyway, if you are new here, thank you so much for watching. Welcome to my channel. I do videos focusing on beauty and lifestyle, and I am currently pregnant, so I've got a lot of content on my channel regarding pregnancy and different other things involving my journey. So if all of that is what you're into, hit that subscribe button, and if not but you still want to stick around, I'd love to have you hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.